Hey, what's up, guys? This is episode 31 of a series where we examine the design, development, and cut content of Fallout New Vegas. In today's episode, we're going to take an in-depth look into one of FNV's deadliest locations. This is Quarry Junction's cut content, Part 1. On your first trip to Quarry Junction, you'll find the corpse of a powder ganger and some death claws just outside the entrance. In the final game, this is nothing more than environmental storytelling, but it's actually a remnant of a cut quest. This dead NPC was named Hawkins and was meant to appear alive at one point in development. The player would have encountered him cornered by a death claw. The courier could then kill it, rescuing him from otherwise certain doom. After being saved, Hawkins has an unused AI package that would bring him to Sloan, not far from where Chomps Lewis spawns. It wouldn't have been immediately apparent, but Hawkins was the survivor of a powder ganger raid on Sloan. Despite this quest being cut, Chomps Lewis and Joss Wilkins both mentioned the attack.
Well, there's the death claws, of course. And there was that one group of powder gangers who stole all the dynamite. I think we're too small and poor for anyone to bother with, really. I keep a weapon near my bunk, though. Same as everybody here.
There are a bunch of escaped cons from down south. The NCR was using them to maintain the railways as part of their sentence. I don't know who screwed up, but the powder gangers are loose. It was one group that attacked us and took our entire supply of dynamite.
Chomps even says they can't continue mining without the dynamite, and that the NCR has yet to bring more. It's possible the player could have recovered this stolen dynamite for either the powder gangers or Sloan's workers. An unused variable tracks if Chomps Lewis has mentioned the raid yet, while another variable would have made Hawkins flee from the player, so you likely had the option to confront him after discovering his involvement. Hawkins also has 9 empty dialogue topics, and 2 of them regard Samuel Cook, the leader of the Vault 19 powder gangers. After completing the quest, I Fought the Law, Eddie was meant to give the courier one of 2 cut holotapes that would have introduced them to Samuel. The holotape reads, "This woman has been useful to us down here at the prison, and she's been of great help keeping the NCR away. Since she's proven to be competent and trustworthy, I sent her in your direction. Maybe she can help." While this unused quest objective was deleted from the game files, it still remains in the strategy guide. Intriguingly, it states that Samuel Cook would have been found at Quarry Junction. Given all of this information, it seems almost certain he was involved in the raid. Notably, Samuel hates the NCR and was originally incarcerated at the NCRCF for blowing up their caravans. I don't think it's mere coincidence that he was stealing more explosives. One of the potential endings of this quest concluded with Hawkins leaving Sloan before being disabled. Maybe the courier had to run him out of town. Another variable tracks if the player has given Hawkins caps, so it's possible he would have demanded money before leaving. Finally, this last unused variable reveals the player could have let Hawkins tag along with him. As to why he was joining the courier, we can only speculate. Perhaps he would have led you to the stolen dynamite and you could have recovered it. Maybe you were searching for other survivors of the raid. During my interview with area designer Jeff Hughes, I asked him about Hawkins. I believe I was trying to flesh out some of the lore behind the powder gangers, and ultimately cut him, as a living NPC anyway, for both time and pacing. Even with so many remnants of this quest, it's genuinely difficult to say how it was meant to play out. Regardless, The Powder Gangers desperately needed additional content and to be further fleshed out as a faction. Having a companion, even a temporary one, had the potential to fill both of those voids. Ultimately, though, all of this was left on the cutting room floor.